In this activity, we're going to be creating a program that utilizes results. Once you're ready, fire up Visual Studio Code and let's get started. Once Visual Studio Code loads, navigate to your bin directory. We are on activity A18, so double click on A18.rs. Once the activity file loads, review the topic and program requirements. Attempt to implement a solution on your own with the video paused. Once completed, resume the video and I will demonstrate my implementation as well as provide insights to the activity topic. All right, let's get started. This activity topic is results, and we're going to be using it to restrict the creation of a structure. So the first thing we'll do is create a structure named adult. And it needs two fields, a name and an age. With the age first. We'll use a U8 since that goes up to 255, and there shouldn't be any people that are older than 255. We need to implement debug print functionality that we can print out our structure. So now here's where the meat of the activity comes in. We need to implement a new function for the adult structure that returns a result. So we're going to give an age and a name. That's going to return a result. So with our return type being a result, the OK value will be self, which refers to our implementation of adult, which means we're going to get an adult structure back if everything is OK. And if we get an error back, we'll get a reference to a stir. And this will just be a message indicating why we couldn't create the adult structure. So we'll check the age. So the person's only supposed to be age 21 or older if they're an adult. So if age is greater than or equal to 21, we'll make a new structure. We'll include the age and then the name. We'll use toString to convert the stir to a string. And anything else, which would be under 21, will return an error with a message, age must be at least 21. So what's happening here, we'll enter into the new function. The age is immediately going to get checked. And if it's greater than or equal to 21, we'll return an OK. And within that OK, we have self, which just like this self here refers to an adult. So we'll have OK, adult, and we'll set the age and the name. And if they're under 21, we're going to return an error instead. Both OK and error are variants on the result type. So everything will check out as far as the type checker is concerned. We'll hop down into our main function. So we need to instantiate two adult structures. One should be under 21 and one should be over 21. We'll make a child. We'll make a 15-year-old named Anita. And then we'll make an adult. And this adult will be 21, and we'll use Sanjay. We then need to match. So we'll match on the child first. It says we can print out any message that we want, so I'm just going to print out the person's name and the age. So we'll do child.name, child.age. And if we get an error, we'll print out the error. And then we need to use the same thing, comma right here. And we need to do the same thing for the adult. So let's copy this whole block. So this will be, we'll match on the adults. And this OK variant here, when we destructure it, we can name it anything we want. So I'll name it A. This will be the same thing. So this will be A.name, A.age, and again, we'll print out the error. So we'll walk through this before we run it. The first thing we're doing is we're creating a child who's going to be 15 years old named Anita. If we look at our function parameters up here, we'll see that the age comes first, followed by the name. Anita, her age will be checked, and if it's greater than or equal to 21, we'll get back self, which is an adult, and is wrapped within an OK. And if she's under 21, we're going to get an error back. Since Anita is 15 years old, we're going to get an error when we try to run this code for child. And then the same thing for adult. So we're going to create an adult. Adult's going to be 21. This one should be an OK because Sanjay is 21 or older. And then when we print out the message, we should get the OK message. When we print out the child message, we should get the error message because we're getting a result back. And we'll have the error variant for child because Anita is only 15 years old. So let's run this code and we'll see what we get. I'm going to hop into a terminal. We can run this code with cargo run --bin A18. So here's our first message. Age must be at least 21. And that's the error variant for Anita. And then we have Sanjay, who is 21 years old. And that's the OK variant. If we look at our messages, we'll see that we have the error. And that's printed out as age must be at least 21. And then we have our OK. And then Sanjay is the 21 years old. When we create new functions for creating structures and we utilize result, this is a great way to ensure that the structure always has valid data. So we perform all of our validation here in this new function, and then whenever we get an adult back, it's always going to be the OK variant. So anywhere on our code that we have an adult, we already know it's been checked. So we don't need to perform any more checks. And this is a good thing for optimization and makes the code easier to work with. This concludes the activity on results. I'll see you in the next video.